is this today? Is it morning or is it afternoon? Well, you know what? For the on-demand folks, you can determine how and when you want to watch the show. At 4 o'clock in the morning when Griffith is up feeding the goats, that's when you might want to watch it. You might want to watch it now live here on Bakersfield.com, but exactly.
Yeah, if you're in New York, it's
perfect.
It's
Perfect.
5:30 in the morning, and it's much nicer at 5:30 than it is
it's only
at
8
5:30 in the
right
afternoon.
now.
We have somebody from Japan that watches First Look with Scott Cox every day. I'm not kidding you. Someone from Japan. I don't know. I have no idea.
Is it tomorrow or is it?
It's tomorrow or yesterday. I can't remember what. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be. I'm Louis Amistoy. I am the editor of the Bakersfield Californian, and I'm the host of this show, the Bako Motorsports Power Hour. Over there jamming stuff in his ear is the one and only Mike.
Well, I
Grumpy.
figured somebody should listen to Chris.
Yeah, that's true. I did not bring it with me, so
So I figured I'd tune in and at least listen to
4th
Chris
of
there.
July.
America,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
From it was from Bakersfield Speedway last weekend.
That was your
Right
first ever video editing job using Final Cut Pro. Good job.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Good
That
job.
was the fifth
Also
one.
joining us here is Blake Bowser, and we were just looking at his results.
We didn't have any fireworks last weekend.
You had fireworks last week. You had some good local fireworks.
We had some local talent
One,
there.
two,
did
three,
pretty well.
4, 5,
Yes.
6.
We had a nice, hot, gooey weekend out there, but
bet.
it was cool.
6 local winners at the American Nostalgia Racing Association Spring Nationals.
Didn't feel like spring, but
Did not feel like spring.
It was because it was already the summer.
Yeah. There's a great picture that the one and only Tom Mock has of Butch Hedrick.
All covered up in his,
and he's
cool
got
thing,
cool
yeah.
thing around his neck and everything.
Yeah.
But Blake's going to talk to us a little bit about what happened at Famosa in the next segment. But glad that he's here to talk with us. But yeah, big weekend though. We can tell you right now that 6 local winners led by Jason Barta of Bakersfield. Some all area performances for sure as we get ready for that. Like I said, we had Barta won from Bakersfield.
Big
He
page
had
there
already
for you.
made the team.
Ted New from Shafter, Val Miller in the B-Gas from Bakersfield.
Val Miller was the runner-up at the March meet.
At the March meet.
Right.
Yep.
Chris Curtis from Bakersfield in C-Gas.
Yeah.
Josh Wagner, was
Bush's grandson.
Butch's grandson.
Which
And then
now he's the newest member of the all-area team. Now. That's
Congratulations,
2 wins.
two
Josh.
wins, right?
2 wins this year. But he's 2 for 2 in Anna and E-Gas, as is Barta's 2 for 2 in E1.
Yeah.
And in Hot Rod, Steve Archuleta out of Tehachapi was a winner there as we marched through this thing. So a great weekend for the locals and a great weekend for Anra.
Looks like it was. Yeah. We 250 cars, so about what Butch expected and what he was hoping for. A little light on the attendance side as far as spectators, but that's to be expected with the heat. It just happens.
Well, and when it's warm like that, people probably want to run and hide in some places. So
I think they stay in their pools
Stay in
rather
the pools,
than give
right.
us
Probably
$20
don't
to
want
walk
to
through
be
the gate.
at an asphalt jungle.
right. No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
We're going to talk a little bit about that. We also have, apparently, Mike, our good friend Scott Schweitzer is on vacation.
Yeah, they did their big shindig last week,
Yeah,
right?
right.
So
I
he
wonder,
gets to take off.
supposedly he's going to Tahoe. Michael Hopper's in Tahoe.
Oh, really? Interesting.
So, yeah, Tahoe's a big place, and I was up there last year about this time, and it's a nice place to be.
Good for Scott. He needs to get away.
He's going to be there for 10 days.
He only
so-
gets a couple weekends off during the whole season, so
this
good
is
for him.
This is the only time you can take it, and so
Yeah.
now they're going to go, and they're going to enjoy 10 days in Tahoe.
That's awesome.
So they get back to racing July 9th. July 9th. We'll show that schedule here. But who will be in for him today? The one and only?
David Sullivan.
David Sullivan will be here today to join us and give us a breakdown of what happened at Bakersfield Speedway, where they had the Richard McGowan Memorial and the hobby stocks, but Modifieds and Sport Mods put on a good show there. You were there, right, Griff?
Yeah, it was a pretty good show. Lots of racing, 80-some cars, a B-main in one of them. The American stock race had a little crash and drama. Got collected there and had a lot of views on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Our most viewed video was American stocks. It kind of goes from week to week and race to race as to what might catch the people's fancy out there.
Absolutely. And then we've also got a big weekend planned for Kern County Raceway Park. They've got a huge fireworks show. I heard Steve Hughes earlier this morning on KUZZ talking a little bit about the event they're going to have. It's going to be a live broadcast on KUZZ as they try to have the most people singing the national anthem.
God Bless America.
God Bless America. That's right. What it is.
That's much easier to sing.
Yes.
Yeah.
God Bless America will be sung, and that'll be live on KUZZ, and so we'll look forward.
That's exciting.
Yeah, he'll be in the last
My
segment.
question is, are they handing out sheets with the lyrics on it? That's a good question.
It's a good
we'll
question.
Have to have,
A lot of times they'll have those
because
up on
other
the
than
big scoreboards.
Scoreboards.
Yeah.
first few words,
Yeah.
it
Absolutely.
might be trouble.
You can follow us on Facebook. That's where most of our action is at, but we also have Instagram, Twitter, and our YouTube channel. The Fast Trip All Area team is definitely going to happen this year.
18 drivers right now, I think. I
18
count.
drivers?
About 18 drivers so far,
That's great.
with a dozen roundy rounds close and several drag races. So another 20, 22.
Awesome.
One win away from being on the team.
Get out and
so.
support. I just stopped Fast Trip and got a soda on the way over here. So
Get out there and support them. They support us. They support the our First Look show in the mornings as well. So get them. We'll have more on them as we get forward. That will be announced formally in December. We'll get more of that as we get further along. I just like this picture, Griffith. I keep putting it in the thing.
It's okay. I got back at the person who took that photo.
I don't know that I put that in there.
Coming up later.
I'll put
yeah.
that. I hope
It's
I got.
there.
Is it there? Okay. Did you
No,
watch?
you didn't put it there.
Did you watch? Now the NASCAR guys had to make some right hand turns and some left hand turns today. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it, and it certainly wasn't Tony Stewart's race until, with 21, 23 laps to go.
Yeah.
He pulls into pit road. He's running more than that, but the last pit stops, he's already in the pits.
I think this
He was running about 21st, 23rd at the time. Yellow comes out. Everybody else has to pit.
Yeah.
He's got the lead, and he dug deep and hung on, lost the lead 3 turns from the end, and got it back.
This picture, I think, says it all. I mean, how
He was a worn out
a
dude.
lot of work
Yeah.
up there on that thing.
He was worn out. He was huffing and puffing on the TV interview, and as soon as it was done for the rest of the interviews, he was sitting down.
and we'll show the toll it took on Kevin Harvick here.
He's
but
not the fittest guy in the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
but-
Tony is not a fitness buff.
yeah, but even the guys who were fit. Go back to that one picture there, and the first one to greet him was this guy.
Yeah,
Number
that guy's
24.
won
Yeah.
a few races.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
Mr.
there
Gordon
was some genuine excitement for Tony Stewart to win that.
think. First win in '84. Had been 84 races, I think, and I don't think a lot of people gave him much of a chance to win, and he really had no chance to win this race until it fell perfect for him. The stars aligned, and then when he got out front, he drove his butt off.
Now, Griffith, you're grumpy a lot of the time.
And you know what? Plenty of good seats available, unfortunately. Decent crowd there, but boy, there were a lot of empty grandstands.
It
up
was
there,
warm up
Sonoma.
there too.
It was warm.
Do you like the road course action for NASCAR?
Yeah,
stay on the
yeah.
oval?
I like it because as the TV guys were saying, you could have all the strategy in the world, and it never, you just don't know how it's going to work out. And obviously, there it is. Tony Stewart wins. I like it because I'd rather see this once in a while than another 1.5 mile track for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. What do they do? Like 2 more road courses?
No, they just Watkins
one more
Glen.
Glen, and
Watkins Glen.
that's it.
And that's a totally different road course. That's going to be a lot of fun. There's
Yeah.
new paving there. They've widened some stuff out. That's going to be a fun race.
In the old days when they still had Riverside, so did they do 3 or how many did they have in those days?
Oh, I don't know. They used to run Riverside a couple of times.
Yeah.
Riverside was a great road course.
Yeah,
Had that high-speed turn 9. You had the S's coming up.
yeah.
That was a fun road course.
Right.
You could sit on top and see most of it. If you're up there in turn 6, you could look down and see most of the track.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty good viewing. I think for racing, this turned out to be a great finish, and there's some good racing. The Indy cars, this went back to Elkhart Lake Road American, Wisconsin, for the first time in forever.
Long time.
4-mile road course there. Huge crowds. Hills were covered. The grandstands packed. And that turned out to be an okay race. At the end, Will Powers led from start to finish, but Tony Kanaan was chasing him down at the end. Graham Rahal finished up third. Some pretty good racing in the pack in the last 20 laps after a caution fell there, too. So I think both series were well represented on the road courses this
Right.
weekend.
All right.
Truck race got some news this weekend.
Yeah,
too,
there was
so,
a little brawl on that
I
one.
happened to
Yeah.
be watching it.
Yeah, we happen to have the video of the little brawl. If Chris could play that,
I tuned in for the
Yeah.
drag race, and it was running.
That's
so
right.
I got to
Yeah.
watch the end of the truck
I did
race.
the
It was pretty
same
cool.
thing. I'd seen about the brawl on the Twitter feed and stuff, and I said, doggone it.
Yeah.
And I got home from the races on Saturday night, and this was delayed, and I said, "Oh, I'm going to get to see the fight."
Oh, I dig how all the officials just let it happen. They just kind of just,
He's
like,
just
all right,
standing there,
we
and
got to
it's,
clean this mess up. You guys go duke it out for a bit and turn into a hockey fight. Is what
Oh
it did.
man.
Well,
Yeah.
I think the banking gets the better of him right here.
Yeah, they start rolling down the.
Rolling down the banking.
Yeah, it was almost like an old school hockey deal.
Yeah,
the
that's,
refs are like, all right.
Trying to do the old, the foot right
Yeah.
there. Yeah, the takedown
Right.
there. So
So John West Townsley and Spencer Gallagher not too happy with one another there. They had a few run-ins. I guess this was a second one
Yeah.
on this particular night at Gateway.
in fact,
Nice.
Throwing the punches, yeah.
the guy in the chicken
He's
outfit,
not a happy man.
Wow.
he actually spun around on the track and came back as the other guy came back around after he got crashed. So it was a rough
believe
night
there-
for those two.
I can't believe no one was like really in there trying to break him up. I mean,
Then he
look-
just walks away. I'm done.
yeah.
I like that part. I've had enough.
So yeah, it was a fun weekend in motorsports.
It was almost like that was like a bad hockey fight. It wasn't
Yeah.
even like a good hockey fight.
No,
you know?
and we also had some drag racing too.
There
Yeah,
was drag racing.
We'll get to that in a second. Let's finish out this one. Harvick finished sixth there, and then he shared this photo on Instagram or on Twitter.
And if you want to see updates from today, go to Twitter
Oof.
and follow him on Twitter because the updates today, big old blister.
Yeah.
I mean, huge. And his wife was saying she wished there was an emoji for puke.
Yeah,
Because he
and
had
then
a
there
great,
was
he's
there-
apparently been under doctor's care. He said that, late in the race, he couldn't put his heels down. And I don't know if they just messed up and didn't put enough
Getting so hot, or is that from him working?
insulation
the brake
in
and the-
there
think it
to
was
protect
both,
from the
yeah.
heat
Yeah.
or if something
Yeah.
broke. But it,
Then
yeah,
there was
so-
somebody in our Facebook page who just put wine. You know,
Yeah,
kind of
well,
stuff,
no,
so
that's boy, your feet
that hurts.
like a back.
That's
yeah.
not fun. That's called a lot of heat, a lot of sweat, and
Yeah.
I don't think he's
not a good
wearing.
time.
I don't think he's wearing shoes right now.
No. He's not playing golf.
And
probably
he's got
right
a race at Daytona
now. Yeah.
this weekend.
Ooh, yeah.
Casey Mears was 24th at Sonoma, and then Ryan Reed is currently 10th in the Xfinity standings. Kind of just been stuck
Yeah,
there. for a good
Xfinity race is Friday night at Daytona, and the Cup is Saturday night.
Saturday night. All right. I didn't mean noted that you're going to be here, but I did see this that they were running some Willow Springs was running this action into the sunset.
Yeah, that's the drag strip's going the wrong way.
I actually had video of it that I posted. I just thought it was kind of interesting that it's the first time I've seen.
They running that on their backstretch?
I guess so.
Must be.
Yeah, it's on there. It was asphalt, and they do kind of like what you've advocated is they get the guys out there to run instead of going up and
The street guys get them out
street guys.
there.
Yeah, get them out there and run.
There's a high school team from High Desert that comes over and races. So maybe they're involved in this somehow.
Yeah, maybe.
That's cool. That's good to see.
Well, yeah, NHRA has been on a roll here. I would say with a lot of parody, a lot of drama. What's your take on what's going on with NHRA right now?
I can't figure it out. We touched before. It's the attendance has been just crazy as far as spectators, and the car count is the lowest ever been. And pro stock, the same two guys are winning every other weekend. It's just
This weekend
it's just
it was
amazing.
Jason Line
Yeah.
beating his teammate Greg Anderson because they are still way ahead on the
Oh
FI.
yeah.
Sean Langdon gets his second straight win in top field, beat J.R. Todd, and Ron Capps wins for the third time in 4 races. He beat Courtney Force in the
Plus he won
final.
the
So
Winter Nationals, I think. This
yeah,
year, too.
so
he's
he won.
got like 4 wins.
So
think,
he's
right?
hot.
Yeah.
4 total. So he's
4
hot.
total, yeah.
But we got to remember, it was just after this point of the season last
Remember
year.
last year, Jack
when
Beckman
Jack
was-
Beckman got really hot. But come the chase time for the points race,
Yeah.
Beckman cooled off, and it was a wide open thing. So what's
Well, they do
happening
the same
now?
thing. They reset the points. So
Yeah, they reset the points, and so
after Indy, I think it is.
yeah. So you look at everything going on now, and you
Yeah.
just wonder who's going to be hot at the end of the season.
Right.
It's
which
got to
it
be
comes
the
down
TV
to.
deal. I mean, everyone's certainly. I congratulate NHRA for what they've done. It's just
Well,
phenomenal.
I think one thing too the NHRA has done a really good job of is they are so much better on social media. Now too.
Yeah.
They do a much better job on social media. You see a lot more sharing. You see
Yeah.
their, even on our Facebook page when we share NHRA
Yeah.
highlights, there's just much more reaction to it.
Yeah.
So I think people, and again, I mean, if you love that sport, TV's great and everything.
Yeah.
But
Go to a race.
you got to go to a race.
gotta go to a
it's
race.
So much. The
Yeah.
difference is so powerful. So
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more. We're going to talk ANRA the next segment here. We'll be right back with more here on the Bako Motorsports Power Hour on Bakersfield.com.